All right, convergence of the past as well as the present and the combination of that a place where all that is preserved and more. We're going to find out more about that on our agri-travel segment with Keith Kim joining us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me again. Well, this week I had the wonderful chance to go to Goryong in Gyeongsangbuk province, and that place used to actually be the capital of the Daegaya Kingdom about 1,500 years ago. And the village that we went to, it's called Gaesil Village. They did an excellent job of preserving all the traditional cultures, the customs, and even the houses as well. So the entire time I was there, felt like I was in a museum. But of course, there's only so many things that I could really say. I think I'd rather show you guys. How about we take a look? Well, here's Goryong County of Gyeongsangbuk province. And it's a place of history with over 200 ancient tombs, including an enormous one that's 20 meters wide. There's former kings and noblemen, and they're resting in peace over here. As you guys can see, we have these tombs over here, and it's part of the ancient Gaia culture. And this entire place is just filled with tombs. And that's really beautiful to see. Our trip begins at Goryong, where the past is still alive, and Goryong Gaesil Village. This is where the Sunsan Kim family, they've gathered and lived for the past 360 years.
So this is a whole family, one bloodline.
Well, this is their village, yeah, and it's an aristocratic village. And they have well-tended stone walls, these hanok houses, and they've been able to preserve the traditional houses for hundreds of years. It's beautiful.
That has to be very tough. Not only that expensive to upkeep
beautiful. This
in the
is
traditional way.
A house from 100 years ago, and it's still beautiful. Well, if you're looking at this house right here, it's 300 years old. And what's even more amazing is that there's people actually living in this house today, right now.
Whoa. So cool. This is old school.
Wow. This well, it used to be the town's water supply, but today it's a cool relic of the past. And we also had some special classes at the traditional village. For example, they had an etiquette class from the village teacher, and the class was open to the visitors, and they taught etiquette about what you should know and how you should live. And I never took a class like this, so I was a little bit nervous.
I know a few people who can benefit from that, including me.
Well, I learned how to bow over here. This was a bowing lesson.
이렇게 짚으면서 손을 약간 벌려잡고
There's a lot more rules than actually knew.
왼발을 먼저 땅에 발등이 닿게끔 하고 그다음 오른 발등을 왼발 바닥에 살짝 대 얹으면서 땅에 닿도록 놓습니다.
Wow, even the footwork.
A lot of footwork.
Oh, you got called on.
Yeah, I should have sat in the front because I had to bow in front of the entire class. It sounds easy, but it's not.
You're doing it. It's the opposite.
You don't have the footwork.
No?
I know, yeah. Well, he corrected me after this.
예, 됐어요.
And the other kids are probably thinking.
됐어. 예, 여러분에게 인사했으니까 박수를 답했어요.
Bowing to a bunch of kids.
To a bunch of kids.
It isn't anything grandiose. Rather, it's the respect for one another and rules that are necessary for our lives.
So after the class, I had a chance to enjoy the traditional games that they set up throughout the village, and
The two-hole.
yeah, I also had the chance to go on this raft, and it was a lot of fun. Very simple, very slow-paced. So they had lots of hands-on experiences at the village, and this was yacht making. This was the most popular.
That's yacht.
So right now we're making some yacht, which is traditional Korean snack. It's made out of rice. It's sticky. It's like taffy. It gets stuck in your teeth, and it's fun. And it's fun to make, fun to eat. It's just a fun snack.
If you see right there, that's the main ingredient of yacht, and that's called jocheong in Korean. It's called
Huge.
artificial honey. She stuffed it in my mouth. She stuffed it in.
No, you wouldn't be able to talk for the next 10 minutes.
Yeah,
So.
it was stuck in my mouth. It was really hot too. But making yut, it's actually pretty easy. You put the syrup on top of rice powder, you have a partner, you stretch it out, and you fold it, and you repeat the process. And,
It's kind of like noodles.
Kind of, sort of.
Fun.
How
Yeah.
they used to make the noodles a long time ago.
So that big blob of syrup, it turns into this long piece of yut. It's definitely a lot more fun than just
Oh, wow.
It must take some time to dry up, right?
Yeah, no, not too long. The great thing about it is you just have to hit it, but you gotta be careful. I just hit my hand right there, and yeah, it breaks off pretty easy when it's brittle. But the texture, it's actually soft and chewy, and a lot of people that eat it, they seem to enjoy it. So, well, time definitely flies by when you're having a lot of fun, but the villagers definitely have to go back to work. This woman right here, she was heating up her house the traditional way by heating up firewood, and I had the chance to sit inside. It was so warm, very cozy, super nice. Nighttime, this is a really cool scene because what we had over here was an experience where you could write your dreams and your wishes onto this kite, and then you float it up in the air. And most of the people, they wrote nice things about their families and for their loved ones.
It works like a hot air balloon, right?
Exactly.
So
You heat it up.
get the hot air going inside and it floats up into the sky.
I had a chance to do my own.
Health and happiness.
I think this is gonna come true. Let's put it up there. Let's do it.
Oh, it's going to be beautiful.
Yeah, it was a really cool sight.
Hopefully my dreams come true. It's coming up. It's going out. There you go.
It just goes up, and after a while, you see all of them floating up.
That is beautiful.
And it's a cool feeling because it's like your wish going up in the air. It's definitely an unforgettable experience.
I hope all 5 members of my family will live healthy and happy lives.
Yeah, so it's really an awesome sight to see your wish floating up in the air. Here's a place that you have to visit. It's called the Goryong Daegaya Museum, and this museum, it exhibits the history and the culture of the Goryong region.
I think it's so
And
much
the
detail
most-
over there. It's really cool over here because you don't really get to learn a lot about Kaya very often, but it's another country that was around a couple hundred years ago. Very interesting.
They actually had a lot of experiences for the kids too, and this was one of them where cultural relics were inscribed in stone. You stamp it with ink, you put it onto a piece of paper, and take it home with you.
Nice! I got a souvenir.
So, Goryong, you could take a trip back into time. You could go back hundreds of years and witness the ancient culture and the lives. Right now, it's a beautiful season, so I really recommend taking a trip out to Goryong.
Looks like you had a lot of fun, and you brought back some yut for us.
We have some yut right here.
And
you can try some.
Chinchu's been fiddling with this thing during the report.
It's getting quite sticky.
Let me help you out with that. And you need plenty of flour on your hands
Yes,
just so that
because
it doesn't stick.
It looks
It
like you
gets
have some
really
experience with
So
this.
this is that before it hardens, right?
And then put it back
Yeah, it looks
together.
hard, but it's
And
actually
then-
soft.
You have to keep doing
Stretch it
that.
out again.
What is the purpose of this thing? Why do you keep
to
on
make
doing this?
it
Well, so
firm.
you can make it a stick like this and then have it stretched out so it hardens. And once it hardens, then you
I
break it.
see.
You know, there you go. You failed.
to
That's an
try
epic
some?
fail, right? Right. So this is
a lot of
the
fun.
This is
Kids
the
will
yut
love
when
it.
it does actually harden, and it is really hard, right? We used to play games like this when you buy it, you break it in half, and then see who has the most number of holes.
That's right.
So the
holes
most
that appear,
number
the air holes.
wins.
Yeah, and then the loser has to pay for it. So I'll give you this one, the loser's path over here.
Oh, all
That
right.
right there.
Okay.
So can anyone take part in this yut experience?
Well, this one, making it is actually the most popular experience, and you could do so by signing up at the website. It's called gaesil.net, and there, if you go there, you can also find out about the various other experiences that they have. They have seasonal ones where you could harvest sweet potatoes and hot peppers, and even in the winter, you can go ice sledding as well. But But out of all the experiences, what I'd like to recommend is staying at a hanok, a traditional Korean home. The reason is because some of these homes are hundreds of years old, and you get that traditional experience, but you don't give up the comforts of modern life because the bathrooms, heating systems,
TV there too.
yeah, and the cooling systems, they've all been upgraded. And yeah, you get the comforts of modern civilization, but stay in a 100-year-old house.
Oh wow! Look at the bathroom. It's just
Wow, that looks
completely
modern.
It's just a modern bathroom, yeah.
And for city dwellers like us, like it'll be a great opportunity to stay in one of those houses, and it will be really memorable. And I heard that there's another village near 개실마을 where we can experience other cultural activities as well.
Yeah, if you're in the area, another village that you could stop by, it's called the Gaesil Village. And there, they actually focus on experiences regarding gayagum, which is the traditional Korean instrument. It's a 12-string Korean zither. And there you could learn about how to play the instrument and learn about the sounds, learn about the history, and you could also learn about making the instrument using natural materials. So it's another thing you might want to check out.
Sounds like a lot of fun. Sounds like you had a blast. And not only that, you get a whole lesson in history and get a taste of what it was like in the old days.
Also, I know how to bow, make art.
You're more polite now.
Get that footwork. I'm working on the footwork there. Still working on it.
Up for a challenge, Young, just before we wrap up?
All right, well, Keith is already paying for this, so we'll just do it.
Ooh, I think I won.
All right, well, there you have it.
All right, thank you. We'll keep this.
Thank you very much, Keith.
Thank you.
All right, stay with us because up next, SJ has your sports updates from yesterday and much more.